All right, folks, Jimmy the Greek here. Before we get to tonight's 8-game NHL slate, we need to talk about the last 48 hours, because when you're in this business, you own your wins and your losses. Tuesday night, NBA 6-3. The model delivered. Rockets minus 3.5, cash. Houston came back from 16 down to beat San Antonio 111-106. Lakers minus 2. Luka had a triple-double, 38 points, 13 boards, 10 dimes, and covered easily. Heat minus 2.5. Bam and Powell put Sacramento to sleep, 130-117. Bulls minus 3.5. Kobe White went nuclear with 27 points. And Chicago destroyed the Clippers by 28. But here's where I eat crow, the Timberwolves. My top play, 9.4 confidence, Minnesota, minus 11.5. And what happens? Keontae George drops a career-high 43 points. Utah wins outright, 127-122. That's the game, folks. Sometimes a kid decides tonight's his night, and there's nothing the math can do about it. The Warriors and Sixers also burned us. Wednesday night NHL 3-3. The NHL card was a bloodbath for the model's top plays. Capitals minus 1.5, my highest confidence pick of the week. Washington blows a 2-0 lead and loses 4-3 to Vancouver, a team that hadn't won in 11 games. Avalanche minus 1.5. Colorado gets shut down by Lucas Dostal, who stops 40 shots, and Anaheim wins 2-1 in a shootout. But the money line pick saved us. Red Wings cashed when Dylan Larkin scored in overtime against Toronto. Penguins covered easily, 4-1 over Calgary. Utah Mammoth rallied from 3 goals down to beat Philadelphia, 5-4 in overtime. Clayton Keller is that guy. Combined 48-hour record, 9-6, 60%. We made money, not as much as we should have, but we're in the green. Now let's get it back tonight. Tonight's NHL slate, January 22nd. The Greeks' top play, Carolina Hurricanes minus 1.5 versus Chicago Blackhawks. Confidence, a 9.2 out of 10. This is the single biggest mismatch on the board. Carolina's possession metrics are obscene. 60.06% Corsi, 57.62% expected goals percentage. That's first in the league. Chicago, 47.66% Corsi, dead last. The gap between these two teams is the largest of any matchup this season. Carolina's at home, where they're 18-8-1. They're generating 32.34 shots per game and suffocating opponents in their own zone. Brandon Bussey's been lights out with an 18-3-1 record. Chicago's got Connor Bedard, and that's about it. Spencer Knight's going to face 35-plus shots. He's been valiant all year, but this is target practice. The Hurricanes are shooting 8.64%, well below their talent level. Positive regression is coming tonight. The Greeks call Hurricanes minus 1.5. Final score, Carolina 4, Chicago 1. Pick number 2, Detroit Red Wings money line versus Minnesota Wild. Confidence, 8.8 out of 10. Here's the thing about John Gibson. Since December 2nd, he's 15-2-0 with a 2.12 GAA and a .926 save percentage. That's the best stretch by any goaltender in the NHL this season. He's not just playing well, he's stealing games outright. Detroit's 30-16-4. They're legitimate, and Gibson is the single most impactful variable on tonight's entire slate. Minnesota's good. Philip Gustafson's solid, but they're not getting plus money or even odds against the hottest goalie on the planet. The Greeks call Red Wings money line. Final score, Detroit 3, Minnesota 2. Pick number 3, Edmonton Oilers money line versus Pittsburgh Penguins. Confidence, 8.5 out of 10. The narrative is too loud to ignore. Tristan Jarry got traded to Edmonton. Stuart Skinner got sent to Pittsburgh. Tonight's their first meeting since the deal. Here's the wrinkle. Reports say Skinner might not even start. Pittsburgh's protecting him, emotionally, psychologically, whatever. That means Artur Silov's in net against Connor McDavid. Good luck. Yes, Edmonton's without Leon Draisaitl on personal leave. That's 67 points out of the lineup, but McDavid's still McDavid, and Edmonton's power play, even without Draisaitl, is converting at 32.6%, best in the league. Jerry's been 4-1-1 since arriving in Edmonton. He knows every Penguin shooter's tendencies. This is a revenge game for the goaltender, and the best player on earth is backing him up. The Greeks call Oilers money line. Final score, Edmonton 5, Pittsburgh 3. Pick number 4, Buffalo Sabres versus Montreal Canadiens, over 6.5 goals. Confidence, 8.3 out of 10. Both teams score. Neither team defends. This is arithmetic. Montreal's putting up 3.44 goals per game, third in the league. They're also allowing 3.34. Buffalo scores 3.26 and allows 3.12. That's a combined 13 plus goals per game between these two teams on average. The goaltending, Jacob Dobes for Montreal, Alex Lyon for Buffalo. No disrespect, but neither one is stealing this game. Montreal's team save percentage is .885. That's brutal. Montreal's penalty kill is operating at 77.4%, one of the worst in hockey. Buffalo's going to get chances, and Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, Tage Thompson, and Rasmus Dahlin are all capable of multiple point nights. The Greeks call over 6.5 goals. Final score, Montreal 5, Buffalo 4. Additional plays, Dallas Stars ML versus Columbus Blue Jackets, confidence 8.0 out of 10. Dallas's power play converts at 29.2%. Columbus's penalty kill has cratered to 75.36%. Jake Oettinger versus Jet Greaves. This isn't fair. Ottawa Senators ML versus Nashville Predators. Confidence 7.8 out of 10. Nashville's lost 5 of 6. They're allowing 3.39 goals per game. Juice Saros has a .884 save percentage. Meanwhile, Ottawa's underlying metrics are elite. 54.74% expected goals, 53.18% Corsi. They've been unlucky. Tonight, they cash in. Florida Panthers ML versus Winnipeg Jets. Confidence 7.5 out of 10. Brad Marchand might be back tonight. Even if he's not, Winnipeg just got shut out by Chicago. Connor Hellebuyck's allowed 3+ goals in 6 of his last 10 starts. Florida's getting healthy at the right time. Boston Bruins ML versus Vegas Golden Knights. Confidence 7.2 out of 10. Boston's won 6 straight. Vegas is traveling cross country. The fatigue factor is real. Take the home team. The Greeks' final word. The top 3 plays tonight are the Hurricanes puck line, the Red Wings money line, and the Edmonton narrative special. Carolina's possession dominance is the lock. Gibson's hot streak is the value play, and Jarry versus his old team is the story. Allocate your units to those 3. The Buffalo Montreal over is your bonus play if you want action on a total. We went 9-6 the last 2 days. Tonight we push it higher. This is Jimmy the Greek. Let's make Thursday count.